Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, although 13 years of age at the time, he's the one who keeps standing up to say, I take you as the caliph, I take you as the prophet of God, I take you as the messenger of God. And then he says, then you will be the caliph and my representative after me. The mocking statements come that the people look at Abu Talib and they say, your son will rule over you one day. And it's interesting that certain people have tried to dumb down the incident. Why? Because naturally they don't want this proof to come out that Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam is the direct successor of Rasulullah. So you find that some of them come and mock and say, well, Ali ibn Abi Talib was young at the time. What's he going to comprehend of what really is happening? Al-Ma'mun, I remember, defends, ironically, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib on this issue. When Al-Ma'mun hears someone saying, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam at 13 did not understand what it meant to be the caliph and the representative after the Prophet. And you find that Ma'mun looks at the person. He says to him, who is it that asked Imam Ali about this issue? He said, the Prophet. He said, and the Prophet receives revelations from his Lord? He said, yes. So he said, his Lord doesn't know Ali ibn Abi Talib is too young to understand such an issue. So you find that that was, not only had he prepared the feast, but it was really the first of the announcements that this person is going to be the one who succeeds me in my message.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we may have a caller waiting to speak to Sayyid Ammar. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Yeah, I've got a simple question about the family of Imam Ali. I read somewhere that Imam Ali had 3 other brothers, and one place says they had a difference of 10 years of age between Talib, Jafar, Akhil and Ali, and somewhere says only 3 years difference between each. And he had one sister or 2 sisters. He had one sister with the name of Hani, but somebody says that he had 2 sisters. So I just Brother Sayyid Ammar to just clarify these points.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Abu Talib had 4 sons and 2 daughters. And you are right when you say that the age gap between them was 10 years. Talib is the eldest, who we mentioned yesterday, as being the one who returned and made sure he didn't fight in the Battle of Badr, opposing Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa, of course in a state of taqiyya. And then Aqil, and then Ja'far, and then Ali. Alayhim as-salam. And in terms of the daughters, you are right. You have Hani and Fakhita.
Okay, thank you. And we go to our next caller now. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ahlulbayt TV.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Salaam to the Sayyid as well.
Wa alaikum
And I'm sorry for putting the Sayyid on the deep end straight away, but I want 2 questions. I've got 2 questions which I need clarification on, please. The first question is related to the cursing of Imam Ali alayhi salam, which was done on the pulpit. What I'd like to know is who ordered this cursing, because there's a particular narration which I came across in Sahih Muslim, and the word sub is used, sub, and some people say the word sub means to agree or to disagree with a person. Now, does the word sub mean curse, or does it mean to agree to disagree? So can you perhaps shed some light on who started this trend of cursing, please?
Okay.
And the second question is, in regards to the Raja, to my understanding, all the Imams alayhi salam will return. What I'd like to know is... sorry?
No, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, Raja is in the return. What I'd like to know is some people say this is not Islamic belief and there's no evidence of this from the Quran. I mean, what I'd like to know, is there any evidence from this from the companions? Was this belief, commonly accepted amongst the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, or is there any evidence for this from the Holy Quran?
Okay, thank you. All right, so the first question with regards to the cursing of Imam Ali, who instigated it and what is the meaning of sub?
Yes, with the cursing of Imam Ali alayhi salam, it instigated by Muawiyah bin Abi Sufyan, and it became, a norm to have it. To have the cursing at the beginning of the khutbah of Salat al-Jum'ah. And you had people like Mughira bin Shu'bah especially, Ziyad ibn Abi, and their henchmen who would be known to be the ones who would curse the Imam. Someone may be listening and says, what do you mean? How dare you say that the companions would have a problem with Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam? All the companions love each other and there isn't a problem. Well, if they all love each other, then there's no point of Jamal and Safin. The fact that there's a battle called Jamal and a battle called Safin meant that many of these really did not have any respect for each other whatsoever. In terms of the cursing, it continues until people who stand up against it are even executed, such as Hujr bin Adi al-Kindi, who's executed because of the fact that he stands up to the cursing by Mughira and Ziyad. And he gets killed in Marj Adra, which is about 45 minutes or so from Sayyidah Zainab's haram in Sham. So it's stopped by Umar bin Abdul Aziz. And if we were to tie up Umar bin Abdul Aziz in relation to yesterday's program, we said the Battle of Badr was of significance because Imam Ali alayhi salam was, the main force in the battle in terms of his defense of the religion of Islam. And Umar bin Abdul Aziz sits with a tutor one day. And the tutor, it's narrated that in those days when they used to curse, by the way, the word sab means abuse or curse. As the Quran says in Surah 6 verse 108, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَلَا تَسُبُّوا الَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ فَيَسُبُّوا اللَّهَ عَدْوًا بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ. So the narration states that it was normal for them to curse the Imam in that time. So Umar bin Abdul Aziz says, when I cursed Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, my tutor frowned at me. And I've never had anyone frown at me in this way before. So I said to him, how dare you frown at me? And this is a 6-year-old Umar bin Abdul Aziz. So he says to him, didn't I tell you that those who fought in the Battle of Badr, Allah praises them? He said, yes, you did. He said, what do you think of them? He said, well, mashallah, God, credit to them. So he says, what if I tell you about a man who killed 35 of the 70 of the opposition on that day? He says, unbelievable, God must praise them highly. He said, the man you curse is that man. So Umar bin Abdul Aziz promised when he became caliph that he would stop it, and he's the one who stopped the cursing on the pulpits. In terms of the raj'ah, very quickly, although it's a complete side issue, but, in terms of the raj'ah, you have different opinions within the school of Ahlulbayt. What is clear is that the companions had already known within the Holy Quran that there are examples of people who Allah may cause to die and then raise alive again, as the person who walked past the valley of the children of Israel and asked, how do you raise all this again? And that there are narrations within some of the ziyarat of the school of Ahlulbayt, which people interpret as a belief in the raj'ah. As an example, إني من القائلين بفضلكم مقر برجعتكم. That's one particular line. إني بكم مؤمن وبإيابكم موقن. That's another line. So people take these and they take a hadith of the Imam where he states من لم يؤمن برجعتنا فليس منا. He who does not believe in our return, he is not one of us. But then there is a difference of opinion as to which return is being stated. Is it a return with the 12th Imam of Al-Muhammad, or is it a situation of a return of an event within the Day of Judgment? That we need a separate topic to discuss all the narratives regarding it.
Definitely, I was just going to say, actually we did have a whole program on Raj'ah a couple of weeks ago, but no doubt it's definitely a topic that we can address at some point in the future. We're going to take another call now, and what we'll do with this call, or the question, is inshallah Sayyid Ammar will answer it after the break, but we'll take the question now. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Ahlulbayt TV.
Wa alaikum salam, brother.
Thank you very much for calling in. Your question, please.
Brother, my name is Muhammad Khalid.
Thank you. Your question, please.
Yeah, I'm calling you from London. I have 2-3 questions, but you say you're going to break. I just want to be in air, and I want the people to listen to me what my question is.
Of course. Please give, if you pose your question now, and Sayyid Ammar, after the break, will answer it for you.
Yes, brother. What happened is, actually, the thing is, I just want to clear myself that I'm a Sunni Ahl Sunnah Jamaat.
You're welcome.
And what happened is, I heard from ahlebait TV so many times. There's a guy, he's from Afghanistan as well. He always cursing Sahaba. He always making la'nat to Sahaba.
Sorry, before you carry on, I just want to clarify. You're saying that on this TV channel,
yes,
there's
TV, yes. I have proof, yes.
This
I have
channel?
Video proof, yes.
This particular channel
There's
Ahlulbayt TV, and the guy name is Ahliyari or Ahlibari, something like that.
No, okay. Yeah. Before you ask the question, and to be honest, we don't want to get into a war between channels. There's Ahlulbayt TV, which is this one, and there's Ahlebait TV. I don't speak Urdu, but that channel's broadcasts in Urdu, and I don't know whether
the channel is that channel is brother in Persian and English also, but maybe if I made mistake, I do apologize for that. But
and we can't legislate or try and justify the cursing of anybody on this particular channel. But if
you haven't done it, then let me ask my question. Now, what happens is,
of course, please do.
There is in the Quran, in Surah Fatah, in ayah number 18, I want the brother to explain to me for which Sahaba these ayah come through. What Allah says, Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, لَقَدْ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ إِذْ يُبَايِعُونَكَ تَحْتَ الشَّجَرَةِ فَعَلِمَ مَا فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ فَأَنزَلَ السَّكِينَةَ عَلَيْهِمْ وَأَصَابَهُم فَتْحًا قَرِيبًا. I just want to ask from my brother that this surah particular talks about 2,000 Sahaba. Is that this 2,000 Sahaba including Abu Bakr Siddiq and Umar, yes or no?
Okay.
And why we have to fight, the second question, why we have to fight Muslim each other, that who was the first Imam or who was the second Imam?
Okay.
Which is Allah can judge us in the Qiyamah, and if anybody take Hazrat Ali said, right, they will be questioned by Allah. Who we are to judge between the Sahaba, which is 1,400 years ago.
Okay, so basically, who are we to talk about? Who's the first Imam and second Imam, and who are we to judge between the Sahaba was your second question. As I said, please keep watching. We're going to go to a short break, and as soon as we come back,
brother.
Sayyid Ammar will answer your questions, but I have to just cut you off there. But, you know, with all due respect, I don't mean to be rude or anything. It's just that we need to go to a break. We're a little bit late. But as I said, Sayyid Ammar will answer your questions in a couple of minutes. So please don't go away. Join us soon. Assalamu alaikum.
شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك
إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا.
حق الحج وحق الحج أن تعلم أنه وفادة إلى ربك وفرار إليه من ذنوبك وبه قبول توبتك وقضاء الفرض الذي أوجبه الله عليك.
And welcome to our show dedicated to Imam al-Zaman Ajjalallah Farajul Sharif.
A lot of people question how a child of such a young age can become an Imam. And I think it's a valid question.
The concept of Al-Mahdi forces us to reevaluate what we mean by progress, because truly, if we are awaiting and trying to prepare for his reappearance, we have to reevaluate our notion of progress.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.